Hi,
Hello.
nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too.
My name is Harold, and yours?
Zaire.
Zaire. Quite a unique name.
Yes.
Do you mind telling me how you got that name?
Well, my dad named me, and my brother's name is Jabri, and I think that's African. And then there was Zaire, and I think he just likes the African kind of.
Wow, that's unique. That's neat.
Yeah.
Because in my family, I try to find unique names for my
Okay.
kids, for my children. So I relate with that sort of thing.
Okay.
Nice name.
Thank you.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about. Well, before we get into this interview, I want to explain to you how we work here.
Okay.
First, I'd like you to sign a privacy, a confidentiality paper.
Okay.
And let me read to you what it says,
Sure.
if you don't mind. Let's read it together.
Okay.
I'll put your name here
Mhm.
and my name there.
Okay.
And, it says here, I agree to allow me, the therapist, a student from Southern Adventist University, to use recording devices to document my session
Okay.
for educational purpose. I understand strict confidentiality will be maintained unless otherwise agreed to in writing. Recordings of my sessions will be shared only with those directly involved in the student's education. The focus of these observations is individual practice development. I have discussed confidentiality with my student interviewer and understand that the student interviewer will uphold confidential standards and will not disseminate either directly or intentionally any aspect of this confidentiality information. All right?
Yeah.
And so, would you be willing to sign this for me?
Sure.
Thank you.
I'm just signing here.
Right, sign at the bottom there. And then, okay, then you could print your name up there. Okay, thank you. Now, let me explain to you the purpose behind that confidentiality. I want you to feel relaxed
Okay.
and feel free to share with me whatever you want about yourself, about the reason why you're here.
Okay.
And realize that whatever you say here remains here.
Okay.
Okay? So feel free to share with me whatever, okay? With the confidence, knowing that it will remain here.
Sure.
Now, we'll be here for, we'll have about 4 sessions.
Okay.
And each session, we hope, will last about 15 minutes.
Okay.
And, well, for this first session, it will mainly be me getting to know you, you
Okay.
introducing yourself to me, and telling me about a little bit about yourself.
Okay.
The second session, we will fill out a form, and I'll talk to you more about that
Okay.
sometime later. Now, so is that okay
Yeah,
with you?
that's fine.
Okay. I don't know if we have a timer. Do you have a timer?
It's about 5 minutes to 5.
Okay. So tell me, Zaire, what really brought you here?
Well, I've been having a bit of difficulty just, adjusting to this MSW life. I'm getting my master's, and it's really strenuous, the expectations of me, and it's a bit stressful sometimes. And sometimes I feel, or a lot of the time I should say, I feel overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
And a bit, just really overwhelmed with
Okay.
the expectations.
Right. So you're saying that the adjustment process is challenging.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're feeling stressed because of the the expectation
Yeah.
that they're having, and you feel overwhelmed.
Yes.
Now, would you mind explaining to me what it feels like, overwhelmed, being overwhelmed?
Overwhelmed for me is just feeling like just doubting that I'll be able to get my assignments done. Feeling a bit worried as to will I make good grades, and just feeling like it's too much.
Right. All right. So you're saying that you're concerned about getting your assignments done, and you're worried about your grades.
Mhm.
So how does your grades look like now?
They're not bad. They're all A's actually, but yeah, it's hard getting good grades.
Hard to
So
get good
yeah.
grades. All right. Tell me, what is your what is giving you concern about your adjustment? What is your major concern?
My major concern is failing.
Failing.
Yeah, I'm just really worried about failing. I mean, I've never been a failure. I've not failed tests, but I'm just worried that just because this is something really new and really foreign to me that I might fail.
Okay. You're worried that you might fail, but in reality, you're making A's.
Yes.
I mean, that seems to be a strength. You seem to be a pretty good student.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
You should be proud of yourself.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So so you said that you're stressed and you feel overwhelmed. Now, what triggers your stress? Could you point
Triggers my stress. Well, there's just so much to do.
so much?
So a lot of assignments.
Mhm.
I guess I feel more stressed when I have not exercised or I have not maybe eaten properly that day. You know, maybe I haven't had 3 meals a day, or maybe I haven't eaten at all because I'm just so busy. So the busyness, I think, causes a lot of stress.
Okay, the business.
Mhm.
And you also mentioned that you love to exercise.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
And is it right to assume that, well, not assume, but to say that you feel as though you're not getting enough exercise?
Yeah.
Okay. Now tell me, when you exercise before, did you have a schedule?
Yeah, I did have a schedule.
What was the schedule like?
Well, I exercise at least 4 times a week.
4 times a week. And how does that how does that factor into your studies now? I mean,
It's really difficult because there's so much to do that it just seems like I don't ever have time to exercise.
okay, so you don't have time to exercise.
Yeah. Or I'm not making the time to exercise.
So you're saying that you're not making time. So would you be able to find time to exercise if you put the effort into it?
Yeah, I could.
How would you do that?
I guess I would just put myself on a schedule of school and work and exercise. I don't have a set agenda for exercising.
Okay, you don't have a set agenda. Well, so it seems that you need to prioritize. Would that be right to say?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So tell me, you study
Yes.
and you also work?
Yes.
Oh, so where do you work?
I work for the Department
Okay.
of Social Work. I'm a graduate assistant.
You are a graduate assistant. Wow. How do you qualify to become a graduate assistant? Do you need to have a certain grade level?
Yes, and I definitely met that.
Okay.
I can't really remember, but yes, there is. I don't know specifically what the GPA is, but obviously I had it. I think it's 3.2.
Seems like you're a pretty intelligent young lady.
Thank you.
You know, and you're feeling, and it seems that you have a goal in your life.
Yes.
You know, you want to attain this particular goal of graduating.
Yes.
Now, do you think that you're pressuring yourself to perform to a particular standard?
I think so. I think.
How do you do that?
Well, just I think I'm just really determined to do well in school.
Okay.
That's important for me, and I know that it'll make my parents proud, and it'll make me proud.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, what would be, what would make you feel less stressful? What could you do that would make you feel less stressed?
Well, I could exercise.
Exercise.
I could spend time reading other books other than school books and textbooks and assigned readings.
Mhm.
I could socialize a bit more. I don't really have much of a social life,
Right.
and I know that's important. So
Okay. So, how would you how would you schedule exercise how would you fit exercising into your schedule?
I don't know.
Well, could we make that somewhat an assignment for you to work on, so that when you return for the next session,
Sure.
you will be able to present me with a schedule fitting your exercise.
Sure, I can brainstorm that.
Okay, good. Now, reading, spend time reading. You know, how would that fit into your schedule?
I don't know that either, because I spend so much time reading for school assignments and reading other things other than, you know, my Bible is a bit difficult. But I think maybe if I just maybe at the end of my day, you know, just maybe read a chapter out of a book or something like that.
So you're saying that reading a chapter out of a book would make you relax?
Yes.
Oh, wow, that's good. That's a pretty good idea. I believe that if you could fit that into your schedule, that would be pretty helpful. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, your stress, your feeling of being overwhelmed. Tell me a little bit more about that overwhelm. What brings it on?
Just all my assignments.
Okay.
And the pressure to do well.
Pressure to do well. Okay. Now, it seems to me that you could tell me whether I'm right or wrong, that you have high expectations for yourself.
I do.
Now, where did that come from? Where does that come from? Is that from your family? Are you from a family of high achievers?
No.
Okay.
I'm not. My mom is a nurse, and
Okay.
she's very determined.
Okay.
She's always been very determined to succeed. And has always encouraged me
Okay.
to always put my best foot forward. I never felt pressured to do exceedingly and you know, she just always encouraged me to do my best.
Okay.
And that's all that she's ever asked of me in anything, to do my best.
Okay.
And as I've grown, That's something that I've kind of instilled into myself, is to whatever assignment, whatever task, whatever I get myself involved in, is to do my best.
Okay.
Yeah.
So while growing up, did you do a lot of socializing,
Yes.
or were you focused on your schoolwork?
I think there was a mix between. I mean, my parents always reminded me of the importance of my education, but they also, you know, were happy when I did socialize. The importance of them both together was important for them, and it is important. Was important to me, and it is important.
All right. So I'm sorry. So you're saying that your parents did not pressure you to perform?
Well, no, they never really pressured me. They encouraged me to always do my best, and
Good.
if I wasn't doing my best, then I had no real reason to be upset when things didn't come out the way I expected if I didn't put my best foot forward.
Okay. Okay. Now, how is your relation with your parents now that you're far away from them?
Oh.
What's it like?
It's great.
Okay.
It's great. They think that I think they have a good view of me. They think that I am a good daughter. Yeah.
Okay,
good.
so do you miss that support that you get?
No,
from
I
them?
think now I have grown and I'm more independent now,
Oh,
and
wow.
I don't need them to be like, so you need to do your best. You know, I already know that. I do that.
Okay, so you have control of you have that autonomy to do whatever you want. Now that we're coming to the end of this interview, I'd like to summarize what we've spoken about. We've spoken. Well, you stated that your one of your main problem why you're here is that you've been feeling overwhelmed because of the expectations that you put on yourself, and well, besides you putting it on yourself, the program is a very intensive program, and it's sort of new to you. Right. We also spoke about you have not been able to fulfill your exercise routine, which would help you manage your stress factor. All right. We also discussed. Well, as a result of our discussion, we came up with an assignment that you make a schedule on how you could fit your exercise routine into your schedule, and also spend some time reading some of your favorite books. So am I right in that?
Yeah.
Okay. So and so I guess we've covered most of the concern for now. And is there anything else you'd like to share? Okay, so let's set up a time to meet again. When would be a good time for you?
The same time.
Okay, the same time. You have a specific day. You know, I won't be able to meet again this week until sometime next week. Would that be okay
So the
with you?
same time. Yeah, Tuesday next week.
Tuesday next week. Okay. Tuesday next week. Well, I look forward to talking to you again. Nice meeting you.